Hi, I'm Maddie Scheinfeld, an agriculture resource conservationist for the Allegheny County Conservation District. Today, we're going to be speaking about the Agriculture Conservation Assistance Program, or ACAP. First, we'll speak a little bit about what the ACAP program is, who can apply for an ACAP grant, what some eligible practices for funding are, how to apply, and who to get in touch with if you need help or more information. First, we'll speak briefly about what the program is. ACAP is funded through the Clean Streams Fund and prioritizes best management practices that control non-point source pollution into streams, meaning pollution caused by rainfall or snowmelt moving over or through the ground, picking up sediment, manure nutrients, and other pollutants. The funding varies by county and was determined by the State Conservation Commission. The goals of ACAP are to provide funding for the installation of best management practices that prioritize the reduction of sediment pollution and the reduction of nitrogen and phosphorus runoff. It is a reimbursement grant, so you can receive 50% of your funds at contract signing and use these funds towards planning, consultants, deposits to contractors, and materials. You can receive 70% of your funds during the project, and then once the project is complete, you'll receive 30% of your funds. Grant asks are capped at $500,000. Next, we'll talk about eligibility for ACAP grants. Any agriculture operation is eligible to apply for ACAP, but priority applications will include BMPs that meet the goals of an applicable watershed implementation or county action program. The BMPs will be a part of a formal plan, such as a conservation or ag erosion plan, or nutrient management or manure management plan. BMPs will specifically target the reduction of nitrogen and phosphorus. They'll include the treatment of stormwater runoff or reduction of sediment and nutrient runoff from animal concentration areas, and will also consider the proximity of projects to surface waters. Eligible applicants can be any person or legal entity that has legal or financial responsibility for an agricultural operation in which they're engaged, or a property on which an agricultural operation takes place. This includes, of course, production farms, but could also include nonprofit operations. Next, we'll talk about some eligible practices that you might consider using ACAP funds towards. Here you can see a list of some practices you might consider using ACAP funds towards, but please note that this list isn't comprehensive. There is a full list of eligible BMPs from the State Conservation Commission on ACCD's website and also on the SCC ACAP webpage. I'll provide a little more information on the practices in bold. Animal trails and walkways can help with animal access to forage, water, handling facilities, or shelter, and they can provide trails and walkways for recreational activities as well as maintenance on the farm. You'll notice that a lot of the eligible BMPs require NRCS job approval authority, which ACCD is happy to help you in acquiring. Spring development is the collection and use of water from seeps or springs and can really improve water quality and quantity for livestock and wildlife on your farm. It can also be a great solution for places where seeps and springs are creating a really damp pasture. Finally, you might consider a waste storage facility as a way to store your manure and really prevent contaminated runoff. Next, I'll offer you a quick overview of what kind of costs you can cover with ACAP funds. Eligible costs basically fall into three categories of design and planning, construction and installation, and equipment and materials. The design and engineering of your project can't take up more than 10% of your costs. The construction and installation can be provided by contractor labor or labor from the applicant themselves. And finally, you can use funds to buy equipment, materials, and other components of your eligible project. Lastly, we'll talk briefly about how to apply. You'll need to complete an application for ACAP funding, which includes our 3-page application, a project description, a cost estimate form, a plan verification form, any plan maps, including aerial and soil imagery, and project photos. Application forms are available for download on our website, as well as the full list of eligible BMPs. You'll also need to reach out for a pre-application meeting, which can help you define your project, fine-tune your grant ask, and complete the plan verification form. The application cycle will begin on April 14th, and applications will be reviewed on a rolling basis. Decisions on awards will be made within 90 days of receiving an application, which can be submitted by mail or email. And remember, there's no limit on how many practices for which you can apply. If you're interested in applying for ACAP and would like to reach out for a pre-application meeting, or you need any more information, feel free to reach out to me, Madeline Scheinfeld. You can see my email up on the screen and my phone number. Thanks so much for joining us to get more information about ACAP funding. Again, feel free to reach out to me, Madeline Scheinfeld, or you can reach out to Riley Kinney, who can help especially with manure management and nutrient management plans. Thank you.